All right, welcome ladies to tonight's cooking event of the year, the Masterclass IKS cooking event. You all should have gotten your neat little cooking recipe guide. If not, it's in your email, right? It's available everywhere for you on the Facebook group. Excellent. I see some people holding theirs up. Way to go. Thank you, ladies. Tonight on the menu, we are making a vegan tofu chili. Yum. Yes. Making that live. And we're going to be making these pecan shortbread cookies. I'm showing you the way actually I really like to eat them, which isn't baked. And we'll share that more with you now. So we are going to get started this evening with making the chili. And the first thing we're going to do for the chili is we're going to saute the olive oil and the onions and the garlic. Now we've already pre-made everything ready. So we'll tell you what the amounts are as we're putting it in the pot and starting it out. So let's get this stove going over here. Gonna get this going and we're gonna get a 1 tablespoon of olive oil right in there. And then what have we got next, ladies?
We've got our lovely onion.
We've got our lovely onion.
Smelling the whole kitchen. Good stuff.
Awesome. Go and the garlic. Oh, that smells so good.
Yes.
Thank you. All right. And so you've got these 3 ingredients in here, the onions, the garlic. Give me a couple minutes. And we're going to stir that up. And it's going to be on medium heat. And it's going to go for about 5 to 8 minutes. And we're going to have Amy here in 1 minute. Keep her eye on this. Okay, Miss Amy, I'm going to hand it over to you and let you do. So by the way, real quickly, that was Amy. You all should know. Our ambassador. She's also known as our fitness mentor motivator in the IKS group. That's right. Look at those guns. 62 years old, ladies. That's what clean eating, plant-based living does for you. And then our other co-host tonight, who you haven't met yet, she's not officially an IKSer, but she lives the lifestyle, is my good friend, Dawn, who lives here in Scottsdale now. Or not Scottsdale,
Okay.
right?
I mean,
It's close enough. Gold Canyon.
Guys,
She's like about 45 minutes from my house. But she is a fitness health enthusiast. She is a coach, a health coach for people, and she lives plant-based, so which is really amazing. She has been plant-based now for how many years?
Over 5 years.
Over 5 years. Tell everyone, Dawn, why you even became plant-based.
All right, guys, listen, everybody has a story, me included. What I'm going to share with you is when I was 31 years old, I was diagnosed with colon liver cancer, stage 4. This March, I got to turn 51 years old. So just a long story. I'm not going to tell all of that tonight. 7 surgeries in 7 years, colon resection, liver resection, chemotherapy, all kinds of complications. You can imagine my compromised digestive system, my gut, what a mess it was after going through all of this cancer and actually coming out where I am today. I'm very grateful for that. So, you know, a lot of things along the way, it took me years to figure out something that worked for me. So I'm just going to go right into it. So
tell it.
You guys, here is the thing. I had a health coach at the time. It was June of 2017. I remember it clearly. What you need to know, poop is my talk. It's my thing. So please, it's too much information. We're not
I know we're in the kitchen.
We're not eating yet though, so it's okay. So just imagine, I mean, diarrhea, constipation, every end of the spectrum, bloating, just discomfort all around. In June of 2017, my wellness coach at the time challenged me. She said, Dawn, would you consider going plant-based for 30 days?
Were you like, what?
Yeah, I'm like, you know what? At this point, I'll try anything because now it had been years since my cancer. And again, I was trying all different things and nothing was really working for me. So I did go plant-based. 30 days. It didn't even take 30 days. You guys, I never looked back. And why? No bloat after eating. Bowel movements, you guys, they went from being disastrous, I'm going to say explosive, to soft, solid, clean, normal. Like I didn't know what normal was until I introduced this amazing food into my body. And I mean, you guys need to know that food is medicine.
Yes.
When you fuel your body with the proper nutrition, it's going to perform at its peak.
Yes.
And all I want to say is everybody is different, but I'm living proof. Just give it a try, work with it. Joyce has a wonderful thing going here. Take what she's saying seriously because it is truly life-changing for me and for so many others, because I'm sure you guys have heard stories, but now you get to hear it right here from someone you know, love, and trust, right? So that's what I have to say tonight. I'll get off my soapbox.
Oh God, no, I'll stay on your soapbox. I love it. Let me ask you, if now that you've been living plant-based for how many years again?
Over 5 years.
Over 5 years, if you had known what you know now, what it does for your body before you were even diagnosed, would you have changed your lifestyle then for it?
Heck yes.
Yeah.
I mean, who wouldn't want to better your life
Yeah.
any little way you can? And you know what? It's worth giving it a try.
It is.
Why
It is.
wouldn't you?
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
It's true. And also, Dawn also is not just plant-based, but she's also sugar-free. So she follows the same protocol. She is in her kitchen all the time. She's on Instagram making her cooking posts. She jumps into the kitchen like this with enthusiasm and will cook up recipes that she makes that are also using unrefined sugars, some natural sugars, makes amazing dishes. And your husband loves it all.
Yes,
He's the taste tester. Yeah.
And if he likes it, it has to be good. That's my true test to the public.
Yeah.
That if Neil will eat it, it's okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So, you know, I really wanted Dawn to be here tonight because of that, because we are making a plant-based. Now, you don't have to, you're like, what does plant-based have to do with kicking sugar? Nothing, but it does have to do with healthy living. And that is what I'm really teaching, right? It goes beyond that. You all learn that because it works around your mindset that we're talking about. It's about your body and exercising, how I'm encouraging you to get movement into your life. And I'm encouraging you to learn about real whole food and having a real whole food diet, like the food that we're preparing tonight, is also what's going to help you get over those sugar cravings. It's what's going to help you kick sugar. You know, it's like, because the whole point is we're moving away from ultra processed food, from processed food. And if you don't move to real whole food, there's nothing left. You can't search and find a label on the shelf that says, oh, this isn't ultra processed or this isn't processed. Processed food is processed food, right? So you need to be cooking with beans, you know, you need to be cooking with kidney beans. You need to cook with tofu. You need to cook with onions and vegetables. I mean, this is what almonds, it's what avocados. I mean, it could go on. Everything we're using tonight. So you've got to move to that. And it requires, yes, a little bit of effort, but boy, is it worth it. And really not effort, because real effort is when you're having to deal with 7 surgeries and chemotherapy.
Right.
That's effort. That's work.
And this is a lot, like Joyce said, it's not, you know, that you don't have to go all in with plant-based, but guess what? Introduce a couple plant-based meals in your week.
Yes.
Why not? It's just going to help improve overall, and it's going to help fuel your body.
Yes. Are you smelling?
Yes.
The onions and garlic are smelling so good.
Here, we good?
Are they getting goldeny?
They're starting. What do you think, girls?
Oh, I think we're ready. About how many minutes? It's been about 5 minutes. They're
Yeah.
looking
Yeah,
very, the onions, the garlic, the olive oil, we're sauteing it in the bottom of the big pot right now, and they're nice and goldeny. So we're going to start at this point in the recipe. If you're following along with the recipe guidebook, we're just going to be dumping in all of the ingredients now.
Ready?
Step back here. I'm going to take over, Amy. Thank you.
All right.
There.
So we have 28 ounces of roasted tomatoes,
Yeah.
diced tomatoes.
So just to show you, ladies, I'm just using Hunt's diced fire roasted tomatoes, okay, from a can. All right. And it's just the tomatoes. That's it. And these are a little bit bigger. Like if I'm doing 4 cans, it's a little bit more. So I'm not going to put all 4 in. I'm going to do 3. Here we go. I'm going to put them in the sink there.
No, all you, sister.
And then we're going to do about 3/4 a half of this one. So I left a little there. Amy.
We'll wrap that up for something later. We'll create.
Excellent. Gonna just stir that in. And there's lots of juices from the tomatoes that are in this pot right now. Oh, that smells so good. All right, what's next on the list?
Next, we're gonna do 2 cups each of black beans, drained
Okay.
and rinsed, and also kidney beans.
Perfect. Just showing you, just canned beans, you know, we're not talking Heinz beans with all the crap in it. All right, just real whole beans. All right, these happen to have a little bit of sea salt. I typically will buy stuff that's unsalted or low sodium, but it doesn't really matter in this case because I was rinsing them all with a colander, wash them all off, and then just put 2 cups in here. So we're just gonna dump that in. There we go. And we're dumping in the black beans.
Sweet.
What's
And
next?
next, cup of water, please.
Cup of water. I
More
got it
if needed.
right here.
So you're just gonna kind of stir it up.
Yeah,
And what are you
so
looking
we're putting
for?
in 1 cup of water. The extra is at the end. If you need to put a little bit more water in, if you're feeling after it's simmered and cooked for an hour and it's getting too thick, then you could add a little bit of extra. We put all of our spices ahead of time.
So
So
we
we don't have
have
to sit there and spoon them out. What do we have?
2 tablespoons of chili powder, a tablespoon of cumin, which is delicious,
Mm,
a teaspoon of salt, teaspoon of smoked paprika, and a half a teaspoon of cayenne powder. Give it a little heat.
oh, yeah, all right, I'm gonna stir it. What do we got now?
We're gonna say what the secret ingredient is.
Yes, we're gonna tell them.
We're gonna tell you guys a
Mm.
tablespoon of cocoa powder and 2 tablespoons of creamy natural
Peanut butter, yeah. No sugar in this peanut butter, okay? It's not
Yeah,
jiffy.
peanuts. Peanut butter should be peanuts and maybe some salt.
Yeah.
That's it. They should not add oil. Nuts are oil not.
Yeah,
Nuts are
and this
oily
woman
natural.
knows because she's the homemade nut queen. And she makes all her own nut butters at home.
Okay, so
And-
that brings up a great question.
Yeah.
Can you use any nut butter, or does peanut butter have more of a flavor to, do you know? I mean.
You know,
would be
I
up to
did not
try.
try it. My 2 favorites are obviously almond butter and nut butter. I would stick with the peanut
Peanut.
butter.
Okay.
Yes, I did not make up this secret ingredient, okay?
Oh my God.
But I did concoct it from another recipe where I was mixing and messing around with what I wanted and I liked this.
Okay,
I
cool.
also was like, they also came up with, it's kind of to give a smoky, thicker flavor, similar to like beer, if there was gonna be beer in there, which I didn't want to put beer in.
No.
So now we're
Okay,
just
so, yeah.
stirring it, right?
Yep. Gonna
And
bring
then
it to
we're
a nice
increasing
boil.
the heat up
Yep.
for it to boil. And Amy, if you want to come back over here now and just kind of keep your eye on this until it boils and maybe just stir it a little bit like that.
Oh, that
looks
fantastic.
It does look
Hey,
fantastic,
I wanna
doesn't it?
see it.
Everyone wants to look.
Oh, my God.
Doesn't that look great?
Smells
It
delightful.
smells so good in here.
So we're
Okay.
gonna,
We're gonna let it boil, yeah, probably
Oh,
take
wait.
about 5 minutes to get it to boil, and then
Okay.
we're gonna simmer, just put it down to simmer, and then we're gonna leave that alone. Now, while that is working, we're gonna prepare the tofu that's gonna go in there at the very final end after it's simmered for close to an hour, yeah.
Come
Okay,
on.
so what have we got now?
We're gonna do 2 tablespoons of nutritional yeast.
Nutritional yeast, is there any value in this?
You guys, Amy, what did we find out today?
We looked it up, ladies.
It actually has 3 grams of protein in 1 tablespoon.
Yeah.
That's 12 grams in like
Yeah.
a quarter of a cup. And also B12.
Yeah.
A lot
Yeah.
of times that's a vitamin really hard to get when you're eating 100% plant-based.
Yes.
Exactly.
Now, nutritional yeast is not like your typical cooking yeast that will make anything rise, so it won't rise, but it's great. It's great. Vegans and vegetarians
Cheese.
also use it, yeah, to make like cheese. It kind of has almost a cheesy smell
it
to
does.
it. Yeah, which
Inactive.
it's so good. All right, keep
And
your
then-
eye on that.
Tablespoon of, sorry, somebody. Uh-oh.
Oh, we got something there.
That's some back.
We got some
whatever you
back
call
noise.
that. Okay,
All
a
right.
tablespoon of low sodium soy
Okay,
sauce.
low sodium soy sauce.
Sorry, I went backwards
Ooh,
there.
you went backwards.
Oh, man.
All
We're not
right.
gonna screw this up.
And
I promise.
yeah, if you're using soy sauce, like I'm here, get the low sodium, ladies. I mean, this alone already has,
Like 300.
it's still high. It's half.
Oh,
of
it's 590.
580, yeah, 590, which is half of what a regular is. So shop around and look, okay?
Yes,
But
please.
1 tablespoon in this whole big pot is not gonna kill you.
No.
Okay?
And then we're gonna do a tablespoon of delightful, wonderful olive oil.
Love our olive oil. As you can see, I cook with it all the time because I got a big bottle here.
And we're gonna mix that all up.
We're gonna mix that up. Awesome. All right, and then we just mix this and it makes like a little paste.
Guys, I think I'm gonna use this for other things. I mean,
Yeah,
other creations.
no, you could
'cause-
actually eat this tofu in other ways
Right.
also, once you prepare it.
So tofu has been drained a bit.
Yeah, so when you take tofu out of its package, and this is about the entire package, around 390 grams, I believe it is. I usually will either use like a cheesecloth
Mhm.
or a paper
Paper
towel
towel.
and just really push out like the water, just squeeze and let it drain out. Otherwise, it's very, very watery.
Right.
And I also buy extra firm
Yeah.
tofu. I
stuff.
don't like the silky stuff.
No.
Because meat eaters love this. They do. Yeah, the extra firm.
And it's funny you say meat eaters because we talked about 3 grams of protein in a tablespoon of nutritional yeast. The question I get all the time is, how do you get your protein on a plant-based diet? Guys, do I look like I'm lacking protein?
Show that muscle.
I'm just saying, okay? So all of this is amazing. This is
Plant-based,
Yeah.
right? Show your muscle, Amy. All 3 of us.
But this whole meal is packed with amazing protein,
Yes.
all of those beans, this tofu, the nutritional yeast. So I got Joyce off track.
No,
We
you're
might
fine.
not be a good pair as far as the talking goes. The other Dawn is gonna cut us off soon.
I know.
Yeah, so Joyce is just crumbling this
I'm
up
just
with her
crumbling
fingers.
it up with my
super simple.
fingers. It can feel a little cold because it comes out of the refrigerator and then you're like working with the cold tofu, but it's okay. And
Yeah.
it's just fun. It's fun to play, to get your hands in and play with food.
Play-Doh, but.
No, it's not quite good. Then you're just gonna take this and mix it with your fingers, the sauce that's in there, and get the tofu all covered with it.
Yum.
You want to use your fingers instead of a spoon because you don't really want to mash it and destroy it. You want to keep little clumps. It's kind of mimicking, almost like a meat, like a ground meat. Yeah, yeah.
But better. so
But
much
better, exactly. And think of the cows you're
flavor.
saving too.
Just the flavor profile. You guys, it's amazing.
It smells so good.
We wish we had smell-o-vision.
Smell-o-vision.
Yeah.
And then we just put it on a baking sheet with some parchment paper. Just like so.
Oh my God, it smells so good.
It
You
does
guys don't
smell
even know.
so good.
And this may sound gross, but honestly, you can eat tofu raw because it's already cooked. It's soybeans.
Yeah,
Sometimes I'll just marinate it with balsamic and a little oil
Thank
and
you.
one of my favorite herbs, and I'll do it like just as a salad. It's delicious.
yeah.
Just an idea.
Okay, I'm gonna wash my hands. We're gonna
Good
put
thinking.
that behind you
Yes,
there.
ma'am.
And then we're gonna set up for the cookies while the tofu is going in the oven at 350 for 45 minutes while the rest of the chili is cooking.
That was pretty
Okay.
easy. Guys,
It
we
is
did
pretty
it
easy.
in less than 20 minutes.
Woo, we're rocking it. Let's set up and bring on stage what we're gonna be doing for the cookies
And
next.
we would like you guys to
Yes,
see
we
all.
want you to
these
see
ingredients
some of
and
the
how easy
amazing-
it is.
Yeah, so easy, easy. These cookies are amazing. And you're gonna see why I like making them.
And
They are full of really healthy fats. First of all, you're gonna be getting the fats from the nuts, the pecans that we're gonna be doing. Is that boiling a lot right now? Should we bring it down to a simmer? Hold on, ladies, let's look at the tofu
Hold
here.
on
Hold it up.
a second.
Oh yeah, that looks fantastic. So we brought this up to a boil. It's bubbling and boiling, and now we're just gonna turn it all the way down to simmer. And
And I asked this question earlier, but we don't even need to cover it, guys.
we don't need to cover it. We didn't set the timer when we should have.
Oh,
So we're
okay.
setting it now
Yeah.
for about 40 more minutes,
okay.
and that's cooking and going.
Okay,
And now
so
we've got.
what do you have in there?
cookies.
I
Yeah.
can tell you what you have in there.
I
You've
have
already combined. Have you already combined? No.
No, we haven't combined yet. So in here is 2.5 cups of almond flour. Okay, I like using the almond flour blanched. There are 2 types of almond flours. There's blanched and then unblanched. That's gonna look darker because what that means is they kept the skins on.
Right.
And for baking, you don't really want that. I don't think I've ever baked with that actually.
Yeah.
And you can get it anywhere, but I found actually that Trader Joe's, if you happen to have a Trader Joe's, they have the cheapest almond flour. I think did you find it cheaper?
Well, I will tell you guys, Costco has it.
Oh, I'm the only person on the planet who doesn't shop at
Okay, sorry.
Costco.
So
I know. Oh, someone else doesn't do? Yay.
You know, like once a quarter, okay?
know what she enjoys for Christmas.
I do actually have a Costco membership. I just don't shop there.
I
I just
hear ya.
bought my mattress there. That's it. That's
Okay.
another story, ladies.
So let's go. Okay, what you're gonna add to that almond flour is a
Yeah.
quarter teaspoon of sea.
But wait,
Oh,
let's
go
just say
ahead,
one
sorry.
more thing about this. By using almond
Oh, yes,
flour,
please.
you're making it gluten-free, which also is so important to gut health, to not have that
Inflammatory.
gluten.
Yeah.
Yeah, because even if you're not celiac, it's like gluten can really just mess up. You could become gluten intolerant. And if you're having some stomach issues, I would eliminate gluten first to see, obviously sugar as well messes up your stomach. That might actually solve the problem.
Yes.
So yeah, so we've got 2.5 cups here. Next, we've got, what do we have?
We
The
have a
salt.
quarter teaspoon of sea salt,
Quarter teaspoon of sea salt,
a quarter teaspoon of baking soda,
a quarter teaspoon of baking soda.
and oh no,
What?
guys,
The
we have
what?
to toast the.
Oh, yeah,
pecans.
that's fine, because we gotta do the other thing. So we
Okay.
just put a cup of pecans in, okay? They're raw,
Yes.
unsalted pecans.
2 minutes.
Keep your eye on the pecans, because sometimes I forget about the pecans and I really toast them. And this is the secret ingredient to these cookies, because when you toast the pecans, instead of just throwing it in here, it brings out their oils more and the aroma. And that's what I taste when I make them. The house smells amazing. My boys are like, "Oh, what are you cooking, Mom? What are you making? It smells so good." I'm like, "I'm just roasting some nuts." And I do that for my salad also.
yeah,
When I make a
absolutely.
salad, you know, I just put a couple in the toaster oven and they're fantastic to put on.
Yes.
Okay.
So while that's waiting. so we
While
might
that's
go into
waiting,
the butter.
we're doing the butter. Can you show just what butter we're using? Now, you could, I believe, use regular butter, but we're using this Country Crock. See this vegan plant-based butter. Okay, and we're doing this so that we can actually say this is all vegan. There's no dairy, there's no gluten, it's gluten-free, and anyone coming over to your house can eat these. I don't have to worry about,
Exactly.
oh, well, it has this, and let me get this for this person and that for this person. One woman in the masterclass group, I can't remember if you're in here tonight, shared they did a baby shower that was gluten-free, dairy-free, and sugar-free. And it was fantastic for every guest there was.
Yeah.
Sorry, I started that. So I put it in the microwave and it's going for 1 minute. But
Yeah.
I think I should put, I always put, just in case it was to pop,
Yes.
let's cover it with a paper towel.
Smart woman.
That's all we need is an explosive scene in there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, we can get the rest of the wet ingredients ready. while
We can
that-
get, yes.
What do you say?
Let's do it. So, no,
No?
it's ready. It's ready. We're gonna be putting them into the butter. I'll show you.
Oh, I gotcha.
Yeah, it goes in the butter. Put that in there, please.
Yes.
Thank you. All right, so you know about this. The honey, I just buy some very inexpensive honey, organic, unfiltered honey. Sometimes I use a raw honey also that has like the honeycomb right in there also.
Sure.
So there's all different flavors of honey. This one is kind of a clove flowery smell, but it does not taste that way at all. You don't taste any of that. It's funny because I actually don't like honey. The taste of it. I don't like putting it in my tea. I wouldn't want to just like lick it. I'm like, ew, it doesn't. But as you ladies know, I do bake with it. Like that banana bread recipe I give you all has 1 tablespoon of honey in it all, and you don't taste it, and it's all you need. Okay, so as you see, what came out, ooh, I'm glad I covered
Yes,
it.
ma'am, it would have been all over.
It would have been all over. So we've got the margarine, or not really margarine, it's the vegan butter.
Yes.
That's in there. Here is the 5 tablespoons
Of
of
honey.
honey. So we're just gonna pour that right in there. Let's see.
And listen, guys, I'm plant-based for digestive reasons. Serious vegans do not eat
Honey.
because of bees, but I am not that strict.
Right.
But another option is maple syrup or agave, clearly. Not
So
necessarily.
it's, so vegans, a strict vegan, when I was a strict vegan back in the day, and it was for ethical reasons, correct. I would not eat honey because it comes from the bees and there's, accordingly, you know, to them, someone who's concerned about that, the bees live a very cruel, unhappy life as well to make that. Okay, so there is a tablespoon of vanilla almond extract. Oh, it looks like we did burn toast. Amy, I thought you were watching that.
That's perfect for me.
we toasted all the pecans a little bit too much.
Keep you out of here.
And I'm just stirring this up. It smells so good. Smell that.
Oh,
Smell
yeah.
that, yeah. And now what we're gonna do, so you have
like
your
Christmas
dry
cookies.
and your, oh no, I can't put this in yet. We gotta put these in
Yeah, but let's not put those really, here, bring that, where are we putting them?
right in here.
I'm
All
gonna
right.
try not to get the really badly
Yeah.
burnt ones in there. It's just a few.
I've done this before. And then I don't put the really burnt ones in either.
Oh,
It's
good.
my toaster is a little, but then sometimes I'll redo.
One section.
I'll do more, but I think we're okay. We don't need
That's
that
good.
many.
Yeah, that's probably good, right?
Yeah, that's good. And then I'll just stir this up. The pecans in there. All right, and then we're just
Okay.
gonna put this in and mix this in.
I'm slacking over here. I didn't give her the directions, but clearly she knows what she's doing.
We have made these a couple times in this house because my boys love them. And we're still all kind of debating how we like it. Do they like them cooked? Do they like just eating it raw? We're gonna get into that in a minute. And
can't
what's great
wait.
is you can have this as raw cookie dough because there's no eggs in it, right? So there's no reason why you can't. So we're just mixing this up. And then if you would get that parchment paper over there.
This?
Yeah, that. Perfect.
Oh, I know. Open it up.
Yeah, we're gonna open it up here in a minute. So
I'm glad she
the
knows
thing
what
with
she's
the
doing.
shortbread cookies is you have to let this dough now sit in the freezer for an hour. And then you can slice them up after an hour into those little circles, like the pictures that you see in your cookbook there. And then bake them for 10 minutes at 350. What I've discovered in the process is I don't want to bake them. That we ate it raw, even frozen, and they're delicious.
I'm sure they.
I mean,
can't-
really good. So I just keep my dough, I cut them after an hour in the freezer into slices. And they're amazing to just make into coins. And if you know, how many servings are on there? Does it say 24?
Yeah.
That's a really big log.
Yeah.
And my log is actually
I mean, you can
smaller.
see you guys. Those are
Yeah.
Huge, right?
Maybe I'm making mine smaller. They're almost like a little gold coin size. So now I'm calling them coins.
I like it.
And I will just keep a Tupperware container of these coins in the freezer. And I might have like 2, 3, all right, maybe 4 a day, but it's in a serving.
It's like
2. Yeah, I think it's even more because when I've cut them, I've made 48.
Okay,
Yeah, so-
gotcha. Yeah.
So I guess you're right. 2
Yeah.
would equal 1.
One.
Yeah,
I'm all
so
about volume.
yeah, and that is
know, our
really all you need
mindset.
again, because they're just so moist and like oily. I can't explain it any other way.
Yeah.
So, all right, so
That's
this
what shortbread should be, right?
right, yes. Okay, so what we're gonna do, I'm gonna
Yes.
make one log to show you how we do it.
Okay.
So you're just gonna take
Half the batter or whatever.
about half the batter,
Oh, yeah, you can see how.
and it's just very warm right now and mushy in your picture, like a Nestle, those nasty Nestle Toll House cookie
Yeah.
doughs that I used to be addicted to.
Who was it?
Did you ever eat those?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, did you,
Yeah,
Amy?
of
Yeah.
course.
Who else ate them? Raise your hand if you ate Nestle Toll House cookie dough. Yeah, okay. You won't need to anymore if you make this. I promise you. These are so good. So you just, that looks like a Nestle Toll House. You could
Yeah.
also put, chalk zero chips in here and do chocolate chip if you wanted to,
I
definitely.
might have to try that.
So from here, what I did was I put it on the parchment paper and I made a log like this. And then you just take the parchment paper and you just roll it.
And it doesn't have to be perfect.
Doesn't have
I
to be
mean,
perfect, but it's pretty good. It's pretty round. So as you see, it's not quite as big as the ones on the
On the
picture
paper.
that I used to make these really big rolls, and you don't need to do that. And then what I discovered recently too, because I like them as just the coins, I'm like, well, what if I just made them into little balls? And I did a little ball like that,
Perfect.
Yeah, so you could also just roll them, then you freeze the balls and you keep the balls in the freezer. And then you eat a ball. And it's crazy to say, well, what's the difference between the ball, baking it, or a coin? I mean, nothing nutritionally, but they do taste differently.
Yeah.
So,
So it's like
so
cookie
one
dough.
way might just make you like, wow, you gravitate and it fills and completes you and it fulfills all your dreams and wishes.
Right.
Another way doesn't. So you got to just kind of play around with it a little bit. Where's the cookie sheet? Do we have a cookie sheet? No, we don't. I need to get a cookie sheet here in a minute. Okay, I will get
So
one.
we can just put
Yes,
those in the freezer.
so we're gonna, will you finish making these balls?
Absolutely.
I'm gonna wash my hands and then we're gonna pull out from the freezer the finished product of the frozen dough.
And you know what? This may be a mindset thing, but I do this all the time. And when I keep these in the freezer and and like Joyce said, a container,
What's that?
I don't go and eat them all. Like I'll take one or two and I'll be satisfied. I swear, I don't know what that's all about, but it works.
Okay,
So
let's
I was
do,
like,
let's do what
alright.
we said. I also wanted to test for the first time
Oh, yeah,
live
yeah.
on TV or tonight. Cause I always bake it and maybe it's just too dried out, I don't know. I bake it after it's coming out of the freezer. So we're gonna do a test kitchen experiment tonight
And do them
and
fresh.
bake them. Yeah, like
You got a
maybe just
fork?
do, or here, you wanna
Like
just
a
do,
peanut butter cup?
oh, maybe we shouldn't roll all these.
Yeah,
Throw them
yeah.
back in.
Back
We're
in.
throwing it back in.
We're doing a test.
We're gonna
here.
do some scoops to see what it tastes like if we just bake it like that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, let me get the cookie dough out of here. All right, so this just came out of the freezer. How are we doing? Are we that good there?
Yeah, it was the perfect amount. I got 4 cookies.
All right, so this is a frozen log now that comes out. Nice and hard and good to go.
And we need to press these down because like there's no egg or you don't even know. We're just
Yeah,
kinda-
yeah, well, I guess we could press it down a little. You're right, I don't know. We're totally experimenting here. Okay. Amy, can you put this in the freezer, please? Thank you. All right, now this is the frozen one. So again, this right here goes in the freezer. Man, wouldn't you all love to have an Amy and Dawn in your kitchen? I want these ladies all the time.
In this dough.
So I cut it, as you see, it's very small, it's very thin. That's what I've been eating, or I might have 2
So
or
this
3
is
of these.
just the size of the one you did there or no?
No, this is a little bit bigger
Okay.
and this is still not the whole
Okay.
batch of cookie dough,
Got it.
because then I also made
Oh, right. the
some
balls.
frozen balls. So these
Okay.
are the frozen balls
Okay,
also.
So we're gonna put these
So-
on the same cookie sheet. right?
Yeah, so we're gonna bake these just
Okay.
so my ladies can test these here, and then you would just cut it up. And you could also cut it up and not bake them if you do like baking and bake them all at the same time. You can keep the frozen cookie dough in the freezer.
Make them fresh and have nice hot cookies.
The other thing you could do is there's a lot you could do with this one cookie recipe. You could also take that dough that we just had and put it in a cute little jar. I just found these adorable jars at Target with
Really?
little wooden spoons and a little red top for the
Yes.
holidays. And you could put all of that cookie dough in there, put it in your freezer, and then give it to
Gift it.
someone,
Yeah,
gift it.
local. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
a cookie dough all made.
Yeah.
So you think that's enough? Cause I really like mine frozen, so.
Yeah.
I'm
probably
keeping
gonna
this-
make 'em
I'm
too.
keeping-
That's probably too
Yeah,
many, but
that's enough.
okay.
Okay, so we'll leave
Put
that
those
there
right
to
here for
put
now.
in the oven when the oven frees up. And let's see, what have we got left, ladies, to do here? We've got these. We have got,
We're
I
doing
think-
great.
I think we're doing really good.
Yeah.
I think
the
it's
tofu
time.
still has
The-
7 minutes
The
or so.
tofu has 7 minutes
Yep.
for us to put it in the chili.
Yep.
But we have made and prepared a chili already. That's all done. Yes, I'm gonna be eating a lot of chili for the next couple days.
No kidding. Oh, my Lord.
Right?
It's
I mean,
awesome.
we're just like the real cooking show here.
Yeah.
I've made 3 versions of tofu. I've had to
Oh,
make 2
Lord.
batches of these
Cookies.
cookies to bring out.
Thank God for your voice.
I
Just
know,
saying.
thank goodness. So should we eat?
Yeah.
Let's eat.
Let's dish it.
Yeah, let's dish out some food.
It's
So
fine, I
let's get
just
the
checked.
bowls out right now. And let me move this over here.
Oh, is this like, I'm a big Food Network watcher. We got our plates out in 36 minutes.
We're doing good, ladies. We are doing fine. Okay. Let's see. Yes, put that back in the freezer, please, Amy.
We're gonna save these. for
And let's get,
after, actually.
let's after, yeah, we'll
Okay.
try, we want to put these in the freezer too, right?
Yeah,
Okay, leave that there. We put that in there.
Okay, Joyce, while you're transitioning, someone asked, how long can you keep that cookie dough in the freezer?
oh geez.
At least a week, because a batch is lasted a week here in this house. So I don't know beyond that. It never makes it past a week.
Okay, so I make a lot of cookies on a regular basis. Honestly,
does.
if you're okay with it, there's nothing in there. The thing that's gonna happen first is they're gonna get freezer burn.
Right.
I mean,
So we don't want it that long.
no, you don't want it that long. And if they can last that long in your freezer, God bless you. That's all I'm saying on that one. But yeah, I really don't think, I mean, I'm thinking you can probably go a month if they would last that long.
Yes, yes.
I mean,
Yeah.
last that long, meaning before you eat them.
Right. All right, should we try some chili?
Yes.
That we made a little bit earlier. Okay, I'm
You
gonna
want-
serve it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then pass it down the line.
Yes,
We
wonderful.
got this great production line going here.
Wonderful. And talk a little
Guys,
about the
look
cheeses. We've got some different cheeses there.
Okay, so I'm Italian, you know, I'm plant-based, so I don't do dairy, but Joyce has this delicious 4-cheese Mexican blend that probably her and Amy are gonna enjoy. And then we have this amazing BioLife. There are so many plant-based cheeses out there now that are actually quite delicious. And again, Italian, I wouldn't lie to you here, but just watch the ingredients because some of them have some funky stuff in them. This one's not too bad at all. So I'm super excited to try this.
Yes,
Let's do it.
exactly.
Can I do
Yes,
it?
yes. And let's talk about also portion size.
Yes.
You know, compared to like what maybe we're used to
Oh, my goodness.
putting on, which, be like, oh, let's just keep going, where, we each have a good little portion. Look at how yummy that chili
I
looks
know,
right
I
now.
did the same thing.
Looks, so you already did,
Yeah.
okay. And like, this is how much, I'm putting a little sprinkle on, ladies.
Tablespoon,
Yeah,
maybe.
and if you have to, if you're like, oh, but I love my cheese, then I hope everybody has a food scale in the
Yes.
kitchen. And you would just put it on there and you would tear it out and
And
get it
add
to
your
0
cheese.
and you would add your cheese,
Yeah.
how much it is, okay?
Exactly.
So crucial. Sometimes I'll even do that with my avocado if I'm watching my macros at a particular time.
Right.
Okay, so Amy, which
Which one
cheese
do
do
you
you
want?
want, Amy?
He took my-
I'll have this one. open.
Okay, all right. Oh, this is open too. Yeah,
Yeah.
dairy free too.
That.
There we go. Okay, and then let's put a little, I'm just using my fingers.
I'm gonna.
I
do it,
mean, it's
that's
all we've
okay.
been doing.
Yeah.
And then avocado, delicious to put on.
Great, healthy fat.
Great.
Love
healthy-
avocado.
Yes. Fat is not what's making you fat, ladies, okay?
Exactly.
Okay, want some avocado? You're welcome to that. All right, let's see here.
So does that not
Look at that. Amy, bring your bowl in here.
Okay.
Hang
Okay.
on, she's still putting her avocado and we used our fingers.
Wow, look at that. That's so awesome.
All right, ready?
All right,
I'm
let's try
trying to get a little bite of everything.
Me too.
The cheese, the tomato.
Yeah, I got it.
The beans. All right, hang on.
And then see if you can point out what flavor you smell the most. Like what are you tasting?
Mm,
Mm.
That's a wonderful kick and it's really not that much cayenne.
Do you taste the
I
peanut
taste it
butter?
too,
But you
But
taste it.
not, but
No.
not, it's like that. I'm trying to.
Do you taste the peanut
explain.
butter? I don't taste the peanut butter
I
or the
taste
cocoa.
Cocoa.
You really? That's what I taste too. It kind of has a smoky
Yeah.
almost taste.
Yeah, that's what I was
Yes.
trying to.
Yes, no one,
And like-
no one will ever guess that it's
No,
peanut
you
butter
would
and
never think
cocoa.
of Cocoa in a chili.
It's almost like a smooth, rich flavor that I haven't
Yeah.
tasted in a
Yeah.
chili before or something.
Yes.
That's why I said.
Oh,
I
this is
taste the
good.
Peanut butter. just
This is
because
really good.
It's delicious.
Oh my goodness, I need a napkin.
That cheese is pretty darn good.
It is.
I like
How are
it.
we doing
I
on the
wonder if it
tofu,
melts.
ladies?
Look at the time.
We
now,
got
Lisa.
2 more
2
minutes,
more minutes.
and then we're gonna put the tofu
And
to
we're
finalize
eating
our
here.
chili, and we're
Sorry, you
eating.
guys
I
aren't
know,
eating
I'm
with
sorry that you're not eating with us. But let's also sample now while we're just
Yeah.
stuffing our faces. Some of the cookies, right?
Absolutely.
So the frozen cookies. And we would have, when I do this is what I do. I'll bring my I Kick sugar mug, my favorite little mug. What is, you can't read what mine says. It says healthy, happy life.
Oh, I
It's
looked
just
at
too
it.
bright here right now.
Sugar sucks.
Sugar sucks, you can read that. And I'll take like my coin, you know what, let's actually get the frozen one back out again.
But these are frozen, right?
Oh, those are frozen, never mind, Amy. We can just even cut this up a little bit too,
Yeah,
to little pieces
that's what I
here.
was gonna say.
Yeah. So
All
now what do they do? He's like, and I will literally bring like 2
Cheers.
little pieces, hold on, to
Oh,
my,
sorry.
I'm still
I'm
talking. I'm still talking. I'll bring my 2 little coins and my black coffee to my computer as I sit down and I answer comments on Facebook.
Awesome.
Your comments, ladies, and that's what I'm doing. And it is just so satisfying.
She's killing me here. Dawn, can you tell her to stop? Cause I want the dang cookie.
Okay, let's try it.
Cheers.
Try the frozen. Cheers, ladies. Cheers to health and
Cheers.
happiness. Cheers, ladies.
Healthy sugar.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Mm.
I
Okay,
don't
hang
really
on.
need to bake them.
You don't need to bake them. That's what I'm saying. Forget the oven. They're so
They
good.
are.
So good. I mean, I eat them right away frozen. It's the best.
Wow.
Unless
They-
you wanted to dip them in your coffee. Then you
Yeah,
might
then-
bake 'em.
Then it would be challenging. Okay,
Yeah.
I hear the timer going off.
Oh my goodness.
Mm.
I'm
Really
trying to.
good.
So look at this, watch. This, ladies, is the tofu that just came out of the oven. It's amazing. Doesn't that look great?
Yeah.
We did forget, because we got so carried away. About halfway through, we should have flipped it, okay? But it's okay, it's okay. I wonder if I should flip it and put it in for 5 more minutes. What do you think?
No, I think
I
it's
think
fine
it's
when we
fine.
put-
Yeah. Okay,
That's cool.
so
Baby teeth.
we're gonna put this in, and then we're going to put these cookies in, our experimental cookies.
Yes.
And see how they taste once they're baked.
And don't they say the best chefs never really go exactly by the recipe?
Correct.
Yes.
I'm taking another. piece.
Okay, let's set the cookies for 10 minutes and not forget, ladies.
And what else was in there? That's it.
Okay, while you guys are doing that transition, what would be a good replacement for almond flour? Because she can only eat pecans and walnuts as far as nuts.
How about oat flour?
Yeah.
There you
And
go.
Your own.
yes, you can be gluten-free with that also, and you make your own. Just have regular rolled oats, not the instant kind. A high-speed blender, like a NutriBullet, anything like that. Just put those oats in there and make flour out of them. It's delightful.
Absolutely.
You could probably also do coconut flour, but I think the nutrient profile of oat flour is probably a little bit better.
Yeah.
Oh, that looks so good. Okay, so I put the tofu inside the chili, and I'm gonna set it for just another 10 minutes. Our timing's a little off with this second batch.
We
of
have
buns.
timers all over the place.
But it's still gonna taste amazing, still gonna taste amazing. And we've got the cookies going for another 8 minutes, 8 minutes. So who else, we have a little bit of time. Does anyone have any questions before I move on here to some other topics?
There was another question of what does the tofu actually taste like in the chili? Because she's had a bad experience with tofu, so she has a mental block against it. So she's curious on what does it actually taste like in chili?
Yeah. God, I almost want to say nothing. I mean, it's really taking on just the texture of a ground beef. Like that's what you're feeling in your mouth, but there's no taste to it whatsoever. Tofu really doesn't have a lot of taste, and it takes on whatever you put into it. Which is why it's so versatile. I mean, I've made tofu cheesecake before, you know, and there's just so many different things that you can make with tofu. I've got my husband sitting in the other room here. Hey, honey, who loved his meat at one time. Do you taste the tofu in any way?
It's just a really great texture.
He said the same thing. It's a great texture. So I encourage you to just experiment with it and to try this and not be scared of
No,
how
don't.
it's gonna taste.
And let me add one more thing. So you saw Joyce breaking it up and she said, leave it chunky.
Yeah.
Another option for you, if you're afraid of that texture, break it up smaller. I make tofu taco meat and I actually break it much smaller and let it get a little crispy.
Yeah.
So that's another option. Like she said, just work with it so that it is something that's palpable to you?
Palatable.
Palatable, thank you.
Yeah, so your taco meat, because when I was making this also, I was like, yeah, I could just put in taco
Yes,
seasonings
yes,
into that,
absolutely.
put it in the oven, and now I've got that for a taco. Is
Yeah.
that basically what you do
Yeah,
too?
chili seasonings,
Yeah.
absolutely. It
Yeah.
looks like cat food when you put it on the, when you put it on the cookie sheet, but it tastes delicious.
Oh, you just say it like it is, don't you? And cat food we're talking about in the kitchen tonight. This is great.
Okay, next question. What are the benefits of tofu?
Oh, the benefits of tofu. Well, it's not meat. So you're getting all of the benefits as far as what the number one reason why people eat meat, which is for protein. So it's a very high protein source. So being vegetarian, that's the first thing people always ask, plant-based, what is one of the big sources where I can get my protein? And it's going to be tofu and your beans, your legumes, and your nuts. But tofu is really high in there. Like that tofu that we just used, one serving, and there's, I think, 3.5 or four servings in the container.
I think you're right.
Is like 8 to 9, depending on which brand you buy, 8 to 9 grams of protein per serving. So that was 40 grams, of just the tofu in that. Yeah.
And what you also need to know is beans and legumes are great, but the difference between a soy protein is the calorie content. Not that we're counting calories,
Yeah.
but you get way more protein and a larger serving.
Yeah, very low calorie.
For the calories versus beans.
Yes, correct. Yeah, very low calorie tofu. Yeah, it was 70 calories, I think,
Right.
per serving.
Right.
So super low. So it's very healthy. And you'll hear a lot of talk out there about, oh, but there's estrogen in soy products. And let me tell you, first of all, there is soy being pumped into every ultra processed food. It's a filler and it's used in everything. So read labels, you're going to see that also. Soy protein isolate. Yes.
Huge.
Which is huge. So don't let tofu scare you, even if you're making it 2-3 times a week. And from my hormone doctor to my regular doc to every science and doctor that I follow, and share with all of you, no one says that you need to be concerned
Exactly.
about the estrogens
Nope.
with tofu. Yeah.
There's no proven.
Nothing proven.
Yeah.
Are there any other questions? That was a great one.
No, that was it.
Okay.
Amazing.
Look,
You guys are doing great.
Great questions, ladies. Who's going to make this tofu chili and yay, I love it. And who's going to make the cookies? They're so good. I think we need to cut up a little. Yeah. Oh, everybody. I noticed everybody raised their hand. Wait. Stop. Okay. Time out here. Everybody needs to be raising their hand that they're going to make the chili and the cookies, not one or two making the chili and everyone's making the cookies. Did I oversell the cookies? Wait, let me tell you, is this yours or mine? I don't remember. I mean, this is good, ladies. Okay.
It really is.
I don't need these cookies. No way. Well, maybe one little bite.
I ate the last of the other one, so that's wrong.
That's all.
I
Okay.
want to taste the warm one.
Okay. Oh, right. We're still waiting.
Yeah, we're
Christina.
waiting.
Okay.
Okay, we have a new question.
Yeah.
Just popped in. If
Okay.
you're going to be a bit more creative, what veggies would you consider adding to your chili?
Ooh.
Love it.
Oh,
Spinach, kale.
Oh,
Yeah.
Perfect.
I would do kale for sure, because kale is like when I make that lentil stew that's in the lunch, the lunch recipe book. Yeah, lentil stew, the red lentil. I'm like, why does that not sound right?
Yeah.
I put the kale in at the end. So you could even put some kale, some spinach. You could chop up for sure. I was gonna say red peppers,
Absolutely.
orange peppers, yellow peppers would taste really good in there as well.
Mhm.
Carrots. My husband's shooting for carrots. He would
Okay.
say carrots.
It's a good
I don't
one.
consider them a vegetable, but that's okay. It's
No,
a
carrots
vegetable.
are a great vegetable. Are you kidding?
Yeah.
I love my carrots.
Yeah, carrots are great. They're very good for you.
Carrots are good. Yeah. Yeah, I would definitely do the peppers.
Mhm.
And then it would be very daring, I will say that, to do the kale and the spinach. I wouldn't necessarily push that on someone who is a meat eater and hasn't tried
Right.
plant-based yet. Because kale also, unless you get it really chopped up, really small, is a very rough and tough and
Yes.
coarse green, one of those dark green vegetables. But
Maybe mushrooms are not really.
I don't think I would put mushrooms in
No.
chili. I mean, just think about regular chili.
I know, that's why I thought.
Yeah,
peppers.
and the thing that I always teach also with all of the cooking is find, like how I have you all do in module 7 to find a recipe. You can take any recipe that's even meat-based
Mhm.
and turn it into
Turn it-
that. So don't
yeah.
look for even a vegetarian recipe. Look for, go ahead and look for a meat-based chili recipe that you like.
Right.
And then you would substitute the meat. You could even substitute it for like, I do use a processed product, and I talk about this from time. I mean, we're not talking about 100%.
Right.
Not
absolutely.
processed, but like I will use like the Morningstar veggie
Yeah,
crumble,
sure.
and so that is a veggie crumble that you could make in a spaghetti sauce and a tomato sauce, your own tomato sauce. You could use it for the taco meat, and you could put it in there for the chili. And I was debating when I made this recipe, did I want to do that or go full blown? But I felt there weren't enough of you who really use tofu, and I wanted to introduce you to tofu,
Awesome.
which is why I chose this over just having a packaged product where you could put the meat in. But the same recipe, you could go to the store and just buy Morningstar veggie crumbles or any brand veggie crumbles. Look for the one that's the least processed, obviously, and then use that in replacement as
Yeah,
well.
that sounds
So
great.
there's another option. Any other questions?
No, I think that's it.
Okay, well, let's do, while we're waiting, we have just a few more minutes. Almost 35 seconds for the cookies, but let's do the giveaway, okay? Because we have one of these beautiful aprons,
Come on.
because we had a couple people, not enough ladies of you who followed the protocol and posted your picture with, your guidebook for tonight, the recipe book in both Facebook groups. And so we did a drawing and we picked a name, and we have a winner who's going to get this beautiful apron, not this one, your very own, don't worry, not with my food on it. It is sent to you. Not theirs. Oh, well,
We did-
maybe. Oh, we did pretty good. Okay. Can we check? Hold on 1 second before we do that drawing. Oh, let's pull out the cookies.
Oh, look at the ones that were fresh. They look amazing.
Ooh, I kind of like, look at that.
Look at those.
Yeah, I kind of actually
I
like that.
those.
I do too. I bet you they're really soft. Let's
Oh,
let them
nice
harden
thing.
for a minute while we give that away. Awesome. How are we doing on this? Hold on 1 second, ladies.
I'm
Let me
taking another vitamin.
turn
too.
this
Sorry,
down.
ladies.
Okay, here we go. Giveaway time.
Let's
And
do it.
the winner is, I hope I get her name right, Donna. I don't know how to say the last name. I'm gonna just say Donna A. Donna A. Is Donna A on the call tonight? Now, you didn't have to be on the call to win, but if you are, we'd love to see you.
No, I
Dawn,
can't-
do
I
you
can't
know, is
see
there a
those
Donna
other
on the
names.
call?
I don't see Donna.
Okay.
No, I
Well,
don't
Donna,
think she
you're gonna
made
watch
it.
The replay.
Yeah.
You're gonna get an email from us, and I guess you're gonna be real excited because you just won one of these amazing aprons. Yeah, very exciting. Okay, what have we got here? We turn that off. All right, so this chili is, I think, just about done.
Okay, I have
There.
a question.
Awesome, yes.
That's a big old pot of chili.
Yeah.
There's only 2 of us in our house. Can I freeze that?
You know what? It never lasts long enough. Because I don't know these answers.
Okay, so I'll probably try that.
I mean, it lasts us, and there's 3 mouths, my husband, myself, and our son, Owen, and we each probably have 2 servings a day, and it could last us like for 2 days.
Okay.
I mean, we kind of like we're like, oh, it's in the house, and we eat it like for lunch and dinner.
Okay, so I have another question.
Yeah.
So just because of what I'm used to, I've been preparing food for years and years and years. It's just the thing I do. So for me, I might like a little, maybe 1/4 cup of brown rice underneath there. Would that be
Oh,
terrible?
No, that would be awesome. In fact, I debated whether to mention that.
Okay.
So thanks for bringing that up.
Of course.
Yes, yeah, that would be so great to put rice under there. Another thing actually,
my
that I have done sometimes, as strange as it might seem, is I'll make little, either sweet potatoes. So here's another, I guess, vegetable, right? And chop that up and even put that
Oh,
like
yes.
in there as
Oh, yeah.
well, just to add, and it takes on, or a golden potato, that's
Sure.
fine. You know, I'm not opposed to potatoes. I'm not into us having French fries from
No.
McDonald's, because those aren't potatoes.
Correct.
There's actually 19 ingredients in a McDonald's French fry. And do you know that one of the ingredients is an anti-foaming agent?
That's crazy.
Anti-foaming agent in your French fries, ladies, and not just McDonald's, it's Burger King and Wendy's and
That's
all of
ridiculous.
those ones. Yeah, it's gross.
It is
It's not
gross.
just ridiculous. So we need a little spatula to take some of these off and try this, huh?
Really?
Oh, no, she's so brave and daring, my goodness.
She said cookie, right, ladies? I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm adding to this.
Her fingers are. used
Here
to
you
taking
go.
up.
Touch that
Okay.
one already.
Here you go. You gonna try that?
Okay.
I don't, maybe we needed to bake it a little bit more.
They're
No,
soft.
it's nice and
Bottom,
golden
yeah,
brown.
bottom.
All right, we're gonna try it and let you ladies know.
I like it.
I like it. I think if it cooled down a little bit more.
Yeah, it might have a little more.
It's very fluffy.
Mm-hmm.
It tastes so different.
Well, it tastes way different than that.
Way
frozen.
different from that and way, oops, way different from
Wait,
this
I'll just
once
try
these
this
harden.
little.
Yeah.
Oh, it hardens.
Yeah, it does. Try a little bite of that.
But it still tastes different than
It
that.
does taste different, right? Oh, wow.
Yeah, it just gives
It's
you options,
So crazy how different it tastes. Yeah.
And it makes the kitchen smell
Smell.
wonderful.
Glorious.
So good when you toast pecans. Oh my gosh. So there, I mean, you got one, two, three, four different ways
Mhm,
to eat the same cookie dough, right?
mhm.
And that doesn't include putting the cookie dough in a little jar and
No.
using it as a gift. I think that's it, because that tofu is done and ready. So now I have 2 batches. So you know I'm gonna be eating tofu for the next couple of days over the weekend. And what else? We really want to
Well-
embrace.
Yeah.
I want to go ahead and ask, because it's been asked, how can people watch Dawn? How can we connect with you, Dawn? Because they are loving your energy and they would like to follow you. So how can they follow you?
I love it. Love it. Share. And I
That's very
will
fun.
send also Dawn's information. Let's just take 1 second. Can we tell you how we met? How we officially met? It's crazy. I mean, we met, I introduced her to her, okay? And her and I met because we're 2 short-haired gals
Mhm.
on Facebook about 3 years ago, when I first started out doing IKS Sugar, and I had no money to advertise on Facebook yet. I was just friending every woman in the world. Friend. So they would see on my personal feed, you know, my post about IKS Sugar, and maybe they'd buy my course. And she happened to accept my friendship, and we did have actually some mutual friends. You know how that goes, but you don't know the person. And then we just instantly through messaging like fell in love, and we called each other and talked over the phone, right? Insane. And we're like, we have so much in common, you know? We like knew some of the same people in like the fitness arena in the past. Dawn is with Isogenics, which is can I say a network marketing or a
Yes,
multi-level marketing
absolutely.
company,
Mhm.
which actually does have some good products. I don't promote or push products, but I have used their vegan shake before and I have
It's
loved it.
delightful.
Do they still make the strawberry one, the raspberry strawberry?
Strawberry,
Yeah, the
mhm.
strawberry one. So, but we just connected in the heart and we remained friends, and she wasn't living here in Arizona at the time. And she was talking about moving out here. And so when she came out to visit for one of her trips to scout out where her and her husband were gonna live, we connected. And then
Yeah.
you 2 connected. How did that happen again? I forgot.
Okay, so you guys see me already, so you can just imagine my videos on social media.
You're gonna freak out when you see him later.
Joyce's IKS Sugar Blondie recipe, I think it was. I'm like, I'm making this online.
Yes.
So I made it live. And Amy saw the video because I tagged Joyce and she was like, who is this woman? I need to know her. You should have your own cooking show. So needless to say, it kind of all came full circle. And like Joyce said, every time I would visit here, Amy and I would get together to work out together because she's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
And, we would all do breakfast if Joyce was available to work out with us. So it's just been such a wonderful friendship that, there's so much negativity around social media. But you guys, this
how
is
we
the
met.
beautiful
Yeah.
relationship. And these are the things you need to focus on, not the negative. Just separate yourself from that. Don't even let it bother you.
Yeah,
In one ear, out the other. See you later.
so true, so true.
Yes,
So
that's our story.
we will put all of
Yes.
Dawn's contact information, like for her Instagram or whatever
Yeah,
you want to
either
give.
Facebook,
Yeah,
TikTok.
exactly. Oh, you're on TikTok?
I
No,
am.
you're gonna have to teach me some stuff about
Yeah.
TikTok. That's a whole other beast, right? And so that you can all connect with her also, okay? So we'll definitely do that, because she's amazing.
Thank
And she's
you.
a ball of information also. So if she's what it takes to get you to make some chili, ladies, then I want you to
Let's do
follow
it.
her,
Yes.
okay? And listen to her. There's nothing, she won't steer you in any wrong direction
Right.
whatsoever, and only can assist
Thank
and help you on your kick sugar journey. So this is, I think, a wrap, because we're just gonna keep eating these cookies. We actually won't.
No,
I
we're
can
not.
tell you honestly, I've eaten enough.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody's been watching how many I've eaten. I probably had 1.5, maybe 2
Yep.
from this and this and this.
And
And I'm very content. Are you
Absolutely.
content?
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
It's very filling because it's fat
yeah,
and it's yummy fat.
yeah.
Healthy fat.
Yeah, and I
That's
just
my
feel
favorite one.
so
Yeah.
loved and special.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, well, thank you all for coming
know.
tonight's first cooking event of the year, and I can't believe it. Come here, kiddo. And we finished on time, which is like so not me, as you all know. So kudos to me. All right, everyone, have a wonderful weekend, and share your pictures with the stuff that you make. Goodbye. Bye, Syl. I see you. Bye. Yeah, bye.